Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Yeah, it's Andy here once again. We're at Heathrow Airport and yeah, we're going to fly to Beijing first, China, and then we're going to head off to Bangkok, of course, which is in Thailand. We're at Heathrow Airport, Terminal 2, and yeah, the weather outside is absolutely disgusting, absolutely terrible. Anyway, let's head off to the terminal to find find where we've got to check in, I suppose. Well, checked in, passport, boarding tickets. Next stop is actually through security, so we'll see you on the other side. Well, that was easy. Security. In fact, not many people at the airport. This actually reminds me a bit like COVID when I was here last time, about 4 or 5 years ago, and there was hardly anybody there, and all the chairs down here had don't sit here and don't sit there. But yeah, a lot of things have changed. Right, so we're actually through. This is the duty free here at Heathrow. Now my flight actually is at 17:50, 10 to 6. I've just looked on the boards and it's not on there at the moment, so soon we'll find out what gate I'm going to go. So here we are, Terminal 2, duty free, and of course you can get something to eat here as well. The only problem is that these little restaurants here are so expensive. They really are, actually. I'll give you an example. Let's have a look here. Look at that baguette. £7.50. Ridiculous. Well, I decided to get myself something to eat because I was absolutely starving. But the cost was ridiculous. Okay, a baguette. Here we go. Mayo and watercress and rocket, and a Coke cost me £11. I know, £11, I can't believe it. Anyway, right, so the next bit will be actually getting onto the aeroplane, so that should be quite interesting, because it's a long time since I've actually flown with Air China. I think the last time I did it was probably around about 30 odd years ago, and that was flying from Hong Kong to Shanghai. And on that trip, because I was doing several trips in China back then, I was my luggage was following me. You know what I mean. So when I eventually got back to Hong Kong, so did my luggage. Anyway, we've got any hand luggage today, so let's just hope everything goes okay. Phone has come up and said it's B33, but 1750, can't actually see anything on there, but we'll go what the phone says. B33, here we come. Well, so it says it takes 15 minutes to get to B33, so we've got a bit of a long walk, I think. Well, you see, it finally actually arrived, and it looks like it's going to be a full flight actually. There's a lot of people here. So we finally board our Air China flight to Beijing, and the flight attendants, well, very smiley, very happy. I thought it might be a bit different actually, but it wasn't. It was very good. Movies. What can I say about movies? Plenty of movies to watch here on the in-house entertainment and everything. And my evening meal is rice and chicken, some coleslaw and some buns. Very nice surprise actually. And 8 hours later we have our breakfast. It was scrambled egg, some sausages, some hash browns, some cherry tomatoes, and a few other bits and pieces. Very nice. Quite surprised actually with the food. And a lot of people said to me, "Oh, it's not going to be very nice," but actually it wasn't bad. Oh, and some yogurt as well. Forgot to tell you about that. And do you like the disco lights? I mean, this is quite a modern plane, and the other onboard entertainment was the actual coloured lights in the ceiling. One thing I did notice, they did a lot of announcements, especially if there was turbulence, they told you straight away. And in fact, I found that a little bit annoying because it was a bit too much, to be honest. Well, after our 10-hour flight, we finally arrived in Beijing. One thing I did notice, as soon as they opened the doors, it was cold. It's like being back in the UK. I think the temperature was probably round about +7 or 8. So, not very warm at all. One thing I did notice, everything was very regimental. So after leaving the aeroplane, we head towards a bus. That was going to take us to the terminal. So here we are, Beijing Airport, transfer to Bangkok, but we thought we'd have a look around the airport while we're here. Well, that was security. That was actually a bit of a job to get through, I must admit. Quite strict for transit. Anyway, we're going now to the duty-free here in Beijing. Can you believe it? They've got Costa Coffee here as well. They seem to be everywhere. So at the moment we're in Beijing. We're at the international airport. We're in transit, and it's been a long time since I've been here. It must have been probably about 20 years. So a lot of things have changed since then. It's actually not that busy here, really, to be honest. I'm walking around here and there's not that many people here. So, our next flight is to Bangkok with China Airways. So, let's find the gate number and head off to that, I suppose. Right, my first leg from Heathrow to Beijing was actually pretty good with Air China. The food was fine. There was the seats were fine, service was fine. Everybody was very polite, and would I fly with them again? Yeah, I would. I can't see any problem with that at all. Right, as I say, we're in Beijing now. We're at the international airport, and well, security was a bit of a nightmare here. It's very strict, a lot of cameras everywhere. But now our second leg is now to Bangkok. So our first flight was 11 hours. This next flight, I think, is about 7. So it's a bit of a journey. Anyway, let's head off to our next gate. Well, here we are at E09 here in Beijing. That's the plane that we're going to get on, and quite a few people here, as you can see. So, very shortly we'll be boarding. Well, got myself settled, checked out the in-house entertainment, which was still very good, and yeah, the food's arrived. Yeah, once again, very nice. Actually, quite enjoyed it. If I remember right, it was rice and chicken and some veg as well, and of course buns and everything. There was also hot drinks and also plenty of soft drinks to go with it as well. All in all, the food was actually very nice. I was very pleased with it. So from that, we've come to land around about 6 hours later, and there was a map where you can actually see where you're flying to and where you're going to and how long it's going to last and everything, which is it's useful if you're interested in things like that. That was a nice flight actually. I tell you what, it's a lot warmer here, definitely. It's about 30 degrees. So both legs on Air China was actually very good. One thing I did notice, the toilets were cleaned regular, and the food was great as well. So would I recommend flying Air China? Yeah, I would. Well, we're off to immigration now. See you later.